Good morning, everyone. This is Jason with the National Weather Service here in Atlanta with your weekly briefing for the week of December 17th, 2020. And this will actually include the Christmas Eve and Christmas Day forecast as well. So as mentioned, this is a bonus 8-day forecast because I couldn't leave you guys hanging for Christmas, so I'll include that forecast as well. But some highlights for this briefing. Some snow flurries actually reported this morning across far north Georgia. No accumulations with that, just more of a nuisance more than anything, or maybe just pretty for some of you who enjoy the snow. The next system looks to be Saturday night into Sunday, so dry conditions until then. Looks to be all rain with that system. We'll look at that in more detail. And then looking ahead to Christmas reveals rain likely for Christmas Eve at this point. Have to remember we're still some 7 days out from that. And then possibly a very cold Christmas Day. So we'll look at that in more detail as well. It's a chilly start to the day. I wouldn't say cold for this time of year. Normally after the rains that we had on Wednesday, when we're clearing out, we'd be a lot colder, but we do have some clouds hanging in that have kept those temperatures in check for the most part. So looking at lower to mid 30s across the northern tier and still some lower 40s down in central Georgia. And as mentioned, some snow flurries possible this morning across that far northern tier. We've already received some reports up there of some snow flurries. So just in case you were curious, I know we have some snow lovers out there. I'm a snow lover myself, so across the Northeast we had a big storm during the day yesterday and into the nighttime hours. For the most part, most areas got what was expected, maybe a little less along the coast, but there were some areas there in central New York that got in excess of 40 inches of snow. So this was one of their biggest storms they've had in several years across that area. And just another look here. Looks like New York City there, most areas got between 4 to 6, 6 to 8, and then some areas 8 to 12 inches of snow. So widely varying down there. The big winners or losers, depending on how you look at it, up across the upstate of or central New York, it looks like the Binghamton area, 30 to 36 inches, and then some areas, as mentioned, as high as 40 inches across the Binghamton area. So here's some nice satellite imagery showing two things. First of all, the low clouds socked in over the local area still. You can see the expansive cloud cover from Tennessee Valley on through most of Georgia and then all the way down into Florida. So it's going to be with us for a while. And then secondly, back up to the northeast, you can see that impressive low that's off the coast with what almost appears to be an eye feature. So a strong low pressure moving off the coast of New England there. We see that low pressure system off the New England coast that was responsible for their snow, but it's also keeping those clouds locked in across the local area. That cold front is well south of the area now, already moved across portions of Florida. So we're going to keep those clouds in for most of the day, as mentioned, along with those mention of snow flurries that will mix with rain later today before ending. So again, no real impacts expected, just very light snow flurries mixing with rain at times. So as mentioned, those low clouds will have an impact today, keeping those temperatures down. Look at that image on the left, not getting out of the 30s for portions of the Northeast. Atlanta Metro struggling to get into the 40s, and then mid 40s for central Georgia. So going to be kind of a cold, raw day with the clouds out there. So the clouds do clear tonight, and that's going to allow those temperatures to really plummet tonight with mid 20s for portions of North Georgia. Some of those valleys up there may be getting into the lower 20s up there. And then upper 20s for most of North Georgia, so a cold night tonight, and only around 30 for portions of central Georgia. So we do have a dry period coming up, which includes Friday and most of Saturday, but looking out to the west, we do see the next system poised to the west of the area on Saturday. That'll be a low pressure system forming over Texas, and that's going to spread rain over the lower Mississippi Valley. The high pressure will be exiting to the east, so although we will be dry on Saturday, conditions will quickly change Saturday night into Sunday. So here's that Sunday forecast. Looking at rain chances increasing across the area beginning Saturday night and then persisting through much of Sunday. At this point, we're anticipating an all rain event. Before, some models had indicated some cold air hanging in and maybe some freezing rain at the onset like we had with the last system. But as of this juncture, it looks like it's going to be too warm for that. We will be monitoring closely with the subsequent forecast, but for now, it looks like an all rain event. So just to detail what it's going to look like for Sunday and Sunday night. Looks like rain chances generally in the low end chance range for both Sunday and Sunday night, starting off in North Georgia and then transitioning to a Central Georgia event. Still several days off from this event, so I would anticipate if the model solutions continue like they've been showing that these chances will go up as we issue additional forecasts. So this kind of shows you the areas that are most susceptible to the rainfall, but I would anticipate these rain chances going up should the model trends continue. So because of the quick hitting nature of these systems, not going to be anticipating all that much in the way of rainfall. In fact, we only have 1/4 to a 1/2 inch across most areas with these systems that are going to be coming through over the next 7 days. So we should be able to handle these rainfall events coming up over the next week. So keeping in mind that we will be 7 to 8 days out by the time we get to Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and a lot can change, but did want to highlight and give you guys an early outlook on what the models are showing right now. It is showing another storm system slated for Christmas Eve. Again, much uncertainty this far out. At this point, it still looks like an all rain event, but we will need to watch as the cold air moves in on the backside of the system rapidly. You see the high pressure over Canada. That's going to come down very quickly and bring some much colder air to the area. So the question will be, how fast does this precipitation get out and how fast does that cold air move in? We'll be watching that closely over the next week and refine the forecast for you. So here's that Christmas Day outlook. I can't emphasize enough, however, that we are still 8 days out. Sometimes the models can be off by 20 to 25 degrees this far out if they're just a little bit late in bringing the cold air down or something like that. But as of right now, if you're asking for a scooter or iPhone 12 Pro Max maybe for Christmas, maybe you should ask for a winter coat instead. If this forecast verifies, we're going to be quite cold on Christmas Day. This is not even in the morning. This is during the afternoon hours with temperatures still in the 20s across much of North Georgia and even teens across far northeast Georgia. So we'll be watching this. I'm sure it will change as we approach, but we'll try to get you guys an updated forecast and briefing on this. I'm sure we're going to be sending emails out as Christmas Eve and Christmas Day approach. So to recap, some snow flurries were reported across portions of far north Georgia and continue at this hour, and we'll see that continue throughout the morning hours, possibly mixing with some rain before ending. Next system Saturday night and the Sunday night looks to be all rain, and not really expecting all that much from it. Looking ahead to Christmas reveals rain likely for Christmas Eve at this point, and then a possible very cold Christmas Day. So again, we'll be refining these forecasts for you as we get to the all-important Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. As always, you can connect with us through the following means. As a reminder, we will be moving up our briefing for next week to Tuesday of next week instead of Thursday, just to cover the Christmas Eve and Christmas Day forecast. So with that, everyone have a great week, and I'll talk to you next week.